Plutarch, Life of Lycurgus of Sparta, 6. The Great Rhetra. So eager was Lycurgus for the establishment of this form of government that he obtained an oracle from Delphi about it, which they call a Rhetra. And this is the way it runs. When thou hast built a temple to Zeus Silanius and Athenia Silania, divide the people into phylae, and divided them into obae, and established a Gerousia of 30, including the Archicetae, then from time to time a Pelazane between Babeca and Nakion, and there introduce and repeal measures. But the demos must have the decision and the power. In these clauses, the phylae and the obae refer to divisions and distributions of the people into parts, some of which are named clans and others obays. By Archicetae, the kings are meant, and apelazein means to assemble the people, and that the beginning and cause of the constitution was the Pythian. The Babeca is now called Chimaros, and the Nakian the Oinius. But Aristotle says that the Nakian is a river and Babeca is a bridge. Between these they held their assemblies, having neither halls nor any other kind of building for that purpose. For thus Lycurgus thought that good counsel, Eubaleia, was not promoted, but rather discouraged, since the serious purposes of an assembly were rendered foolish and futile by vain thoughts, as they gazed upon statues and paintings, or scenic embellishments, proscenia of theatres, or extravagantly decorated roofs of buleteria. When the multitude was assembled thus, not one of them was permitted to make a motion, but the motion laid before them by the Gerontes and kings could be accepted or rejected by the demos. Later, however, when the demos, by additions and subtractions, perverted and distorted the sense of motions laid before them, the kings, Polydorus and Theopompus, inserted the following clause in the Rhetra: but if the demos should choose badly, the Gerontes and kings shall be apostasaries. That is, they should not ratify the vote, but dismiss and dissolve the assembly outright, on the ground that it was perverting and changing the motion contrary to the best interests of the state. And they were actually able to persuade the city that the god authorized this addition to the Rhetra, as Tyrtaeus recalls in these verses. Phoebus Apollo's the mandate was which they brought to Pytho, voicing the will of the god, nor were his words unfulfilled. Sway in the bulle and divine honours belong to the kings, under whose care has set Sparta's city of charm. Second to them are the Gerontes, and they come the men of the people, duly confirming the straight Rhetrae.